Well, here I am, preparing for my show in Berlin. This is the very first bit of documentation, so I'm a bit rusty, but I will get there. In fact, when I say I'm preparing for my show, this is the show. I mean, it's all the show. My sculpture arrived from Kefalonia, and this is the row of TVs I'm going to use to make an art accelerator. Well, it's a wormhole, and in an allegorical sense, a wormhole, of course. Of course, I'm really building a hole in the fabric of time and space. But like a collider, it's going to be a kind of circular thing that goes through this tunnel with this collage document head here, down into my chamber, where I will build a body in the bed using my other sculpture from Greece. A body and a projection from the roof down to create a screen, a horizontal screen. And then back to the Poseidon sculpture here.
The whole work really is about the nature of consciousness, because everything I do is about the nature of consciousness. And to some extent my meditation practice, which feeds into everything I do as well.
Tuesday. A week and a half away. I'm out getting materials, and with German precision this junk is allocated and defined and arranged really well. There's lots of it here. I'm after some classical looking figurines like imitation Greek or Roman. Just gradually making more holes. The allegory here is not that it's about the destruction of knowledge. It's about how you have to relearn things.
What I'm doing is self-evident.
That works.
I'm doing a show that opens on Friday, and I have to document sort of different parts of it and what I'm doing. I don't know why, but I have to.
Whoa, it's Sunday. The exhibition opens on Friday. You can see I'm not quite ready, but all the parts are coming together, and I now have a design for the whole work. A long table along here, and there's a row of books with holes in them, and an animation that I've been making here of holes appearing in books. But that's the end. It begins with this portal here, and I'll be in it. Oh. You can see, though I can't get the camera back, but I'll be performing in here, as one does.
And even his eyelashes felt self-conscious. She said so airlessly that he felt short of breath just hearing it. What sort of accident? Well, you see, I bending still in my bare hands, and had a little accident, a little leakage, she said. He slid open the door and entered a white, borderless room. In the middle of the space was a cube, held in place by its otherness. It was incredibly dense, and he yelled at the cube, "I would not call this a restful room!" But the sound was absorbed into the cube, and he was afraid as he watched his energy get sucked away, until he remembered. He remembered something, and it was like a current of being coming back out from the dark matter. He said, and he heard himself say, "Nothing is really the matter."
We can see here that I built a series of sculptures resting on here, and you can see that's it through the little monitor. But when it comes to the big monitor, it kind of has this interesting thing. And then I have another one here, which is, yeah, you guessed it, me again, but this time on the discus, a little Greek sculpture that I finally found, and I broke the head off with a hammer and made a new head. So now, at the end of the chain, we get a compound image of the original faces all the way through to the discus player along the chain, the books, and the book animation. This is rather nice, I like this. It flies along there, so that it kind of created more of a tunnel effect. But all in all, it works okay. Here we have the entrance to the tunnel. This was kind of hard to perform in. It just really pushed all the sound backwards. But the design is good, and if I get a performance designed around it correctly, it'll be great. I'm going to remake it when I get back to Sydney. Travelling through, now you cannot see this TV in front of you, which will have either this video that I'm shooting now or the puppet show, or probably both. So this is a tunnel I made out of paper and a projection, and it moves around you, the air pressure moves around you as you travel down it, and you can kind of look down at his little paws. The sound of this is one of the more interesting sounds it is the sound of the universe. This is a holographic wave noise, which is the information field on the edge of our universe. This is the end of it. This is the last bit of Berlin. There I am, Terminal C. Sounds a little like a diagnosis. And the whole business about the holes, the hole isn't like a hole in our psyche. The hole is like when you stop and just feel whatever you're experiencing, if you accept the reality that is in front of you without any judgment, and you can't have any fear, and that's not that hard to do with a bit of practice. And you're just feeling. It creates a hole in the apparent reality that we think we're in most of the time. To stop and look and feel and disarm some of the stories and ask ourselves, does this really matter?